What's going on, you guys?
Hey, Arrow.
Hello. I love that picture. Is that you there on the picture?
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's acoustic.
That's awesome.
Very cool. That's very funny. Yeah, first thing I was wondering when I saw your name there, because it sounds like Arrow, obviously. And then a picture comes out. It was brilliant.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It just gives us the opportunity to, when you understand what acoustic is, it's like, to me, it's like a dream catcher. A lot of people think that dream catchers that Native Americans have created are to help filter dreams, when that's not true at all. That was their paper. That's how they used to, communicate, was through these dream catchers.
Oh, didn't know that.
Fabulous.
And they would leave it behind for other travelers, and then they would pick it up and know what was in that territory.
Wow. That's amazing.
I had no idea. Yeah. Thank you.
You guys surprised your fans in a huge way with this EP.
Really?
It was kind of out of the blue. We were working on our 20th anniversary album, Double X. It comes out in February. And we were thinking to ourselves, we have this Christmas tour that we've been doing for the past few years running. And we thought, well, while we're at it, while we're in the studio, why don't we get a few more Christmas tracks that we can supplement? We can put them out for people to stream for the holiday season, but we can also add them in to the tour, because our tour, our first Christmas album was only 10 songs worth of music. And so we would have to supplement 90 minutes worth of show with a lot of other stuff from our legacy albums. And we thought, if we had 4 more songs, we could really make this feel more like a Christmas show. Yeah. So we tacked that on to the 10 songs for the 20th anniversary album, Double X. And we decided to drop it and kind of surprise everybody.
And they are the perfect Christmas songs. I mean, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. This is the song I want to hear for the rest of my life every Christmas morning. The very second I step into that living room, this is the song I want to hear. That's how great you guys did with this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That's a huge compliment. Wow. Thank you.
All the Spotify plays will be coming from you.
It makes 3 cents. Yeah. Most Christmas music is recorded in the summer months. Did you guys deal with that as well?
Oh, yeah. Summer months in Miami, of all places. It was very hot. Not only was it really hot outside, but the studio we were in was this tiny little studio. And, with all of the recording equipment just blowing hot air. It was a very sweaty Christmas recording for us. A very sweaty Christmas. Yeah, have yourself a very sweaty Christmas.
When you go into the studio, are you all 4 in there at the same time, or do you go in and lay down tracks?
A little bit of both.
Well, in this case, actually, Urs was in Barcelona.
That's right.
Yeah, he stayed home, and we were going to try to see how that works. And we recorded him from a distance, basically. The 3 of us, Stephen, David, and I, Sebastian, we were in Miami. And that was really very interesting. Like, literally, Urs went into the studio, laid his vocal in a day. That was done. Thank you. Nice. And us, we actually... Did we go one at a time?
We did a little bit of a mixture. Like if we were doing like a solo, our solos, sometimes, we would go in for each other and kind of give each other some pointers, or give be a second ear for each other to kind of get the best take possible, or think like, especially for me, because this was my first recording with the guys. And I kind of wanted to know, okay, when you're singing this, we're going to have harmonies over you. So it kind of needs to be sung in a way where just with the awareness that other people will be singing with you at this point. So I had some guidance from that, and then other times I was just by myself, and then we went in and did the harmonies together. Wow. And kind of laid those out. We didn't plan them ahead of time. We just kind of went in and thought, what's going to be the best harmony for this person in this moment, and we did that until the song was built. We did it all from scratch. So it was quite the experience. Like kind of taking it from nothing and then being like, oh, we have a song.
Because I've done morning radio and we've had so many people inside the studio at a time, when you talk about collaborating, communication isn't always speaking. There's body language involved. Do you guys practice that as well? It could be eye movement. It could be just the nod of the head. But there's a way that you communicate when you're collaborating.
You know, that's a very funny thing because for Steven, that's different. But the three of us, obviously, and at the time, we've been together for 20 years. And, you know, we spend so much time together when you're touring like that. I mean, we spent more time, the four of us, together than with any other person in the whole world. So body language, eye contact, don't even mention it. I mean, we know each other so well, and we have so much stuff. Sometimes it's even difficult, you know, because on stage even you might be telling something and the three of us, we know exactly what we're talking about and nobody else. You know, so you almost lose yourself sometimes in that connection you have, and you're not aware that nobody else out there has that. It's leads to funny moments sometimes.
I will say though that you guys are really easy to read.
Oh,
that's
good.
Well, it's almost like a moment of we've lived this life before, because it seems like it's like, wow, this fell together really easy.
That's the illusion we would like to present. Yes.
Yeah, like
yes. I think there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that people are just unaware of, and you know, they really don't need to be aware of any of that. I think in this day and age of social hyper oversharing every single sneeze, and everybody wants to be inside everybody else's lives. There's no mystery in that. You know, we want to keep the mystery. We keep it behind closed doors. We do the work, we do the homework, and we present to the people the polished, finished product.
That is so interesting you say that, because isn't that why Led Zeppelin became so big, is because of the mystery? We don't need to know what they're doing. Just listen and enjoy the music.
Yeah. I think the music always speaks for itself somehow anyways.
Yeah. So the song "I'll Be Home for Christmas," that Latin appeal to it. Oh my God. That is owning that song for you guys.
What do you like about the song particularly? I'm very curious about it.
I think what I love about it is that it fit into my atmosphere. In other words, I'm always creating something, and I need it, and I always just call it head music, and it really went into my mind, and I was able to just write and to be creative in that moment. There was nothing that interfered with my process of now. And I know that's heavy talking, but it's like, but it really allowed.
And we were all sitting there, and you know, Seb co-produced a few of these pieces and a few of these tracks, and he says, you know, I have this idea for this song, and we should do like this bossa nova Latin feel. And you know, the three of us were like, what are you talking about? And then he was like, trust me. So then he presented it to us, and we're like, yeah, this is super cool.
Wow. Now, I realize that you were putting these four songs together for the live performance that you've been doing for a while, but don't you also have that vision or that dream of what happens when we turn on the radio and there's one of our songs? Because that to me is like one of the exciting parts about being a musician.
Oh, I would love that. And I think our Christmas album is a very funny thing, because we kind of recorded the first one very, very quickly. In just over a week, we recorded these 10 songs. And we were very, very proud of it. It's a very, very beautiful album already, the first one. And then that's kind of why we've got such good memories of recording that album and that music, that we also were really excited about recording a few new Christmas songs. And I think, yeah, especially now with this, because the repertoire we've got on this EP now is much more the American Christmas song, right? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas and that stuff. And yeah, I totally expect to hear that in some mall or in some elevator. I don't know why not. I think they're beautiful. You know, I think the handicap we had sometimes is that LD was a little bit too intense, you know, with our small beginnings and our big endings. You know, it gets very dramatic often. And I think when you've got background music, you just want it to like dripple along a little bit at the same pace.
That's a nice word.
So, but yeah, I think this music should be out there, definitely.
Yeah, you talk about the Americanized versions of the songs. When you travel from country to country during the holiday season, do you have to change that set list? Because I mean, I for the first time, I'm thinking, oh my God, if they go to, let's say, Holland, it could be completely different Christmas music.
That's true.
We have yet to really go with the Christmas tour outside of the UK and the US.
Yeah.
We have done in Spain. We were going to.
Yeah.
Did we?
But
No.
it is. I mean, it is true what you're saying, you know. But then again, we're El Divo, and we sing the El Divo repertoire.
Yeah.
you know. And it's a very funny thing because we always get asked in every country, and that's kind of a blessing of a curse and a curse of a worldwide career. In every country, they expect you to perform with a local artist or sing a local song in a local language. And we accommodate as much as we can, but still we represent El Divo. So we sing the El Divo Christmas repertoire, you know.
But did Led Zeppelin ever do that when they went down to Peru? Did they do a Peruvian?
Yeah.
So. Mystery. We'll keep the mystery.
The Stairway to Machu Picchu.
We did last year.
Yeah.
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall when you guys were putting the intro together for It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. I love the way that you allowed the song to establish itself and then the vocals began. Was there a lot of thought put into that intro?
You said you co-produced that one.
Yeah, there was a lot. Yeah, we, the idea was just to surprise people and something that was unexpected, and all of a sudden you pick up on having some rhythmic to it. I thought it was really important to serve the voice. The guys have such an incredible voice, and giving the time for an audience and making space in the music so that the voices are being heard is, in my opinion, really important. A lot of things are so overproduced, and you can put a lot of arrangements and then you lose the voice. In this case, I feel, and I'm hopeful, that people can appreciate everyone's voice in the band and really hear them.
Yeah, I wish listeners could, listen beyond sound is what I call it. And I think that in listening to all of these songs, I'm able to sit there and I can pick up on the background harmonies and then sing with those harmonies. And hopefully, as a listener, then, it's like, oh, God, this is like watching them in concert. I can come and perform it with them because I'm listening to everything that's being sung and the way that it's being performed.
Nice.
That's wonderful. I always wonder, I don't think it's a necessity, for the general consumer, but for me as a professional, I'm always listening to music like that. I listen to every single instrument and every single voice and every single note I hear. And I always wonder if that enriches the experience or takes away from it because I'm so intellectualizing everything. But people should just be able to put a song on and enjoy, whether they know what's going on or not,
Did you learn how to do that, listening beyond sound while listening to 45s as a kid? Because as part of a garage band, that's how we learned the songs. We would slow down the 45, listen to the drums, or we would listen to the bass beat, only because we would take that 45 back and forth until we got it right.
You know what? I love electric guitar. I always loved that. The big guitarist from the 80s, and a way, obviously, to try to figure out the solos they play was doing exactly that. So we did that, yeah.
Wow.
Stephen has absolutely no idea what you just said.
45?
The CD is.
45, that's in 10 years for you.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And isn't
you could slow down things and you go like dang, 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 dang.
It's a machine?
It's a record.
Oh, a
record. You've heard of those, right?
I've seen that emoji, on the phone.
Yeah.
And isn't it odd how people are finding your music these days? Because, it seems like they're not finding it just on the radio. I love sitting down and talking with people that find it on iHeart or Spotify or Apple. It's just the way that people are finding music. But the question is, how do you take this EP and get it to where they are?
It's a really difficult challenge, with the way that the entire industry has completely fractured and has become very insular, and everyone has their own playlists and everyone has their own feed, as it were. And so people are really only finding what they already know and what they already like. And I think, especially with streaming services, to find things like this, it's like a needle in a haystack. So we really kind of depend on people like you who are championing our music and kind of getting it out to people. And, we really appreciate what you do.
Yeah. The song, The Most Wonderful Time of Year, that had to have been a fun one to put together in that studio because I feel like you guys were just sitting there laughing and having a good time. And then the engineer goes, okay, let's do it. Let's make this happen.
It was actually really fun. I think when we shared the songs, when we share the leads, a lot of times like the lines that we sing are longer. This is the one that we have where we're passing the ball more than any other song because it's such a playful song. And then especially the arrangement that we have where it's like this big band arrangement, it's just so playful. And actually it really feels like, we're live, just a lively moment in the show. We've been putting it at the very end, and it's just like it just hypes everyone up so much. It's so much fun.
How do you choreograph a song like that when you're live on stage? Because I couldn't stand still. There's no way. And then you add the light show to it. Oh my God.
And it's all freestyle.
And a solo drum in there.
Yeah.
We've never had a solo drum. I remember with our producer, Carlos Lopez, I said, we've never had a solo drum. We should have one in one of those tracks. And that one was like perfect, very well suited. And he worked with someone else on this song. And I was always looking forward and very excited to have a solo drum. Hopefully one day a guitar solo, but slowly we adding a little things there and there. But live, it's super fun actually to play, and having our band on stage performing the song. It feels and it's a song that we finished the show with.
Wow.
It's very uplifting, and I find the energy is wonderful.
See, I'm that freak that would hear a song like that, sing right along with you, and then I wouldn't want to leave the arena because I want to see them take down the stage. And because, to me, that's part of the experience. It's like, how did they even get up there? Who built this thing? Oh, my God.
Yeah, but that's exactly what you want, right? That's how you want to end the concert, right?
I want to kick the stools.
Now, on a day like today where you guys are blessed with the opportunity to talk with people across the country, how are you protecting those voices? Because I've always learned that answering questions and communicating is very hard on those vocal cords.
Well, I think that generally talking is one of the most taxing things for the voice. But fortunately, we have microphones to assist, and we have headphones on, so we can kind of judge and keep track of our voice. It's different when you're just in the room and you're kind of just one-on-one. It's another thing to have, your voice is basically right in your ear. So you can check if you've got right projection or if you're maybe speaking a little bit too much. The more breath you have across a tone, the more taxing it is. And, we've been at this for 20 plus years, and we kind of know our limits, and we know, if you're extra super tired, and, we have a camaraderie in the band that, if one guy's feeling tired, the other guys will take over and kind of handle the majority of the questions. And, we just navigate it. We have to take every opportunity as it comes, and we can't be precious with ourselves.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm a mic junkie in the way that baby better be loud enough, and I better be able to feel something from it. And if it's too low, it's going to injure the vocal cords. So it's like if you saw the volume that I have on my microphone now, oh my God.
Love it.
Well, yeah, that depends very much on the situation, obviously. Now, in this situation where it's early in the morning, we've done 3 shows in a row with travel the last 3 days. Yeah, I better have a loud mic. But I mean, when we're on stage, and you're as a trained opera singer, we had environments where I remember last year we had an outdoor show somewhere in the States, and we were, then you don't have any room reflecting or anything. We had it so quiet on stage, you could literally hear yourself acoustically perfectly well. And that was absolutely wonderful to sing. Because that's kind of what that takes you back to your roots as a classical singer, where you would not sing with a microphone. And if you can do that, if you can afford that sonically, it's wonderful.
Wow. Where can people go to find out about the tour? And most importantly, where can they get the EP?
Well, they can find out about all the dates on ildivo.com. We are actually on tour until December 23rd. We'll be heading to Texas, Florida, more dates here around New York. And as for the Christmas EP, you can find that on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, any platforms out there. But I'd like to add to this that we're releasing a new single. This must be confusing because we've put a lot of music out there right now. A XX album, which celebrates our 20 years together as a band. And this is also Steven's first album with us, which we're super proud of. And it's coming out on February 9th. There's already pre-order for this. And our second single is dropping on Friday. Our first single was Crazy. And yeah, keep checking our music, guys.
Wow, I can't thank you guys enough for sharing your gift with the world, because really, when it comes down to it, you are sharing it with the world. You have been in so many different countries, and we're just so grateful for you.
Thank you.
Thank you
We're
very
grateful
much.
to you too
Thank you.
for supporting us.
Thank you.
Well, you guys be brilliant today, okay?
We'll do our best.
Yeah,
We'll try.
thanks. Very nice chatting with you.